I'm April Young, and I'm so thrilled to be able to show you this dish today. It's simple, sophisticated, and most importantly, very delicious. What we're doing today are stuffed lamb chops with our featured ingredient, Philadelphia cream cheese. I'll also be using corn, diced shiitake mushrooms, spinach, shallots, rosemary, chopped garlic, and chopped andouille sausage. The first thing that we need to do is marinate our lamb chops. And I love lamb chops because they have great flavor and they're super moist. And so I purchased a rack of lamb and I sliced every other bone, as you can see, for the convenience of our stuffing. So each lamb chop should have 2 bones. And the marinade that I created, and you can purchase your own marinade from the grocery store or your favorite marinade at home. I love to create and infuse my own flavors. And so I've chosen to take several ingredients from my refrigerator to include vinegar, lemon juice, barbecue sauce, steak sauce, and zesty Italian dressing. And so what we're first going to do is put this in, and we're going to marinate it for 30 minutes today. You can marinate it as long as you like. Make sure that you cover it very well in the sauce. And this sauce has great deep flavor. And you know, some people don't appreciate some of the gaminess of a lamb, and this kind of cuts the flavor as well. Also, when you purchase your lamb, be sure to slice some of the fat off because that can be chewy as well. But it'll be well worth it. So I'm going to cover this and again let it marinate for up to 30 minutes. And the next thing we're going to do is make our stuffing. So on to the stuffing. What I've done is taken a andouille sausage and the casing off of it and diced it. It already comes pre-cooked, but what you're going to want to do is add a bit of crispiness to it, which adds a fabulous flavor. Andouille sausage is spicy. And what we're going to also do, as a reminder, add the corn, shiitake mushrooms, about a tablespoon of shiitake mushrooms diced. I love the deep flavor of shiitake mushrooms. Spinach diced, and shallots, rosemary, garlic, and of course our cream cheese. So I'm going to go ahead and add in our corn and our mushrooms and our spinach. And let that just saute a little with our andouille sausage. And go ahead and add our shallots, rosemary, garlic, and just let our flavors infuse with each other. As you can see, it's a beautiful rainbow color full of fabulous stuff inside of our lamb. Now adding in our cream cheese. And at this point, you just want to turn it off your stove and just let the cream cheese melt. And let it create. You can see this here. Just let it all come together. You're creating kind of like a spread. In fact, it tastes very good over bread as well. And the next step is to cool it off because you don't want to stuff it hot inside the lamb. So I'm going to place it in this bowl and let it sit in our refrigerator for the remainder of the time our lamb chop is marinated. Cover it and put it in the refrigerator. I've taken the lamb chops out of our refrigerator after marinating for 30 minutes, and our cream cheese stuffing is now cooled off. So what we're going to do now, I'm actually going to wear some gloves so it's easy for me to transfer the meat back and forth after touching it, and then we can sear it on the stove here. So I've turned on my stove, and I have extra virgin olive oil here ready in a cast iron skillet. You can use any kind of skillet that you like. But now what we're going to do is take our meat out, and like I said, we want to create a pocket, and so I want to go in between the bone. Don't go all the way through, just a small little pocket, enough for our cream cheese to go in. And you want to do this for each one. So here's our pocket. And we're going to do the same thing for this one. And most of my guests love the cream cheese stuffing, so they always ask to fill them up with the cream cheese stuffing. In fact, they like to top it off as a garnish as well when I have some left over. So here's one, and here's our last one. And we're done with that. So the next thing we want to do is take our stuffing, just a little bit at a time, and just push it in there, just like this. And this is such a great dish to have for a dinner party, or even just for your family on a weeknight. Like I said, it doesn't take very long to make. It's 30 minutes long. And the flavors of the andouille sausage, the corn, the mushrooms make this dish absolutely great. And here's our last one. And what we're going to want to do is sear our lamb chop so that it creates a nice crust. And then we'll finish it in the oven. Now I'm going to actually season with the marinade that we made. I have left over here. So you just want to glaze it a little bit more. There's nothing wrong with flavor. We'll actually baste it a little bit more when we get to the pan. And I have here a little bit of kosher salt, garlic powder, and our freshly ground pepper. And what I'm going to do is transfer this to our pan. You want to make sure that the heat is high because we're only going to sear it for a couple of minutes on each side. This is the sound that you want to hear. And you just want to let it sit for a minute, and we're going to baste our other side. I've already preheated my oven to 375. And we'll let it cook on the other side. Once you've seared on both sides, you'll see a nice brown sear on the outside of it. Now we are going to place it in the oven, on our preheated oven, 375 degrees, for about 10 minutes. If you like it medium well, or well done for about 15 to 20 minutes. Here's our finished product, the stuffed lamb chop, and I've paired it with the sweet potato mash that I also use Philadelphia cream cheese with. Let's give it a try. It's so delicious. The lamb is tender, marinated very well with perfect flavor, and the creaminess of the stuffing is absolutely wonderful. Please try this dish.